that government is a very complex setup. If we want to drive change, we have to drive policy. Student assignments that are being submitted, you will see the quality has improved. Well, the quality has perhaps not improved because the students have worked on it. It's because ChatGPT has given very good answers. So some students, they may not be 10 pointers, gold medalists, silver medalists or toppers, but they have participated in hackathons, they have won many prizes, and companies want to hire these kind of students. So you have everything here. But then there are a lot of people who dream of migrating. Last year, 2024, 1.3 or 1.4 million Indians renounced Indian citizenship. They want to go abroad,
Hello everyone, my name is Prabhavanand and you are watching Education Post. With me here is Prashant Nair, Dr. Prashant Nair from Amrita Vishwa Vidyapeetham. Thank you for coming, sir.
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you so much.
Sir, with the conclave that you have just visited over there, so what should be the outcome? What should be the conclusion for this conclave, that Industry Academia Conclave?
Yeah, so this FWA Industry Academia Conclave has a very eminent galaxy of speakers, panelists and participants. A lot of very eminent and distinguished professors, founders of universities, colleges are also being recognized with awards here. I think, this conclave, we should have very good deliberations. And the deliberations that emanate from this conclave has to be shared with the policy makers at the Ministry of Education, All India Council for Technical Education, University Grants Commission, UGC. And these deliberations should find its place into the policy making. I think that should be the final outcome of this kind of conclave.
Definitely. We also think that this should be the outcome and we should follow. But not every conclave has the outcome and that can be followed. So what are the things that goes lacking for that?
See, I think we have to understand that government is a very complex setup. Multiple bodies are there for, whether it is statutory body, regulatory body, accreditation body, ranking. It's a huge mesh. But we have to, if we want to drive change, we have to drive policy. And ultimately, these are the people making the policy. So I think we have to continuously engage with them, with the policy making bodies, so as to be able to make our presence felt and our voice heard. I want to give you an example. If you look at this professor of practice, institution of eminence, these are things that the government has implemented. But you will be very surprised to know that these ideas or initiatives emanated from FICCI higher education summits.
Okay.
So the FICCI higher education summits, we are part of FICCI. I have been attending the FICCI higher education summits many years. And many of these ideas were conceptualized maybe 5 or 10 years back. Ultimately, they came maybe after 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. But, the seed was sown in the FICCI higher education summits. And I've been part of the FICCI higher education committee representing Amrita University, Amrita Vishwa Vidyapeetham. So I think we make an attempt. We start slowly but surely these things will happen. That is my opinion.
Definitely, everything takes time.
Yeah.
So let's talk about Industry Academia, POP as you told. But still, many institutions have not followed, have not adopted those things, and still lacking the skill development and industry-ready students.
Right.
So, what do you think about that? How institutions should follow those things?
I absolutely agree to you. See, Professor of Practice is an initiative by UGC and AICT to have industry expertise into the academic institutions, into the universities, so that the students understand the trends. But we have to also understand that, these are industry folks. They are very busy. They have their own deadlines. They have their own milestones. They have their own jobs. So if we are getting a professor of practice, if that POP, that professor takes one step towards us, as an academic institution, I think we should take 5 steps towards him.
Definitely.
We have to walk the extra mile to ensure that we leverage the expertise and the knowledge and the skills of that person. So what I'm trying to say is that we have to be highly flexible. If the professor of practice says, I'm available for 5 days in December, typical response from an institution, oh, that is our vacation time, हमारा vacation का time है, and nobody will be available. So we have to come out of that mindset and be able to accommodate these industries professionals. And we have to walk the extra mile, we have to be flexible, we have to be adaptable. I think that is where the problem is. So we have to find that common ground, and they take one step, we should take 5 steps.
Definitely, because it's the need of the institution that should be completed, that should be fill up. Because you need the industries, the people of industries to come over there and you teach your students and be prepared for the industry ready. Definitely. And if we talk about industry ready, okay, so technology comes up, and with that technology AI comes up, and AI is everywhere. We use it on daily basis. So somehow technology is, we are depending on technology and we are depending on AI as well. So do you think that that is making us incompetent or inefficient, something like that?
So, I am a little ambivalent on this. I think AI is no doubt a game changer. If you ask me, 2023 will go down as the year of ChatGPT. ChatGPT, generative AI, completely changed the way we work. But I'm a little ambivalent in the sense that there is good and bad. I think while we embrace AI, which is very good, we need to also understand the red line. We need to understand what is good, what is bad. So, talking about academics. Now, if you see the student assignments that are being submitted, you will see the quality has improved. Well, the quality has perhaps not improved because the students have worked on it. It's because ChatGPT has given very good answers. So we need to know which is the a good use case and a good bad use case. In fact, I had written a couple of columns in some magazines on this AI and all. So there is a need for AI, but while we embrace AI, we should also be giving the knowledge, giving the guidance on what is good and what is bad. That kind of thing has to happen. And also, it's not very easy. It's an evolving landscape because things are happening. It's like it's like an ocean. We are slowly navigating. While we navigate, we should also look at the good and the bad. That's what I would say.
So basically, AI is a good thing. We should be using it. So coming to the AI in teaching learning method. So there should be AI-based classrooms as well. So AI-based classrooms should be there, but is it good for the students or for the teachers?
So AI assisted education is good. There are a lot of things that AI can help you. I'll give you an example. As a faculty, I am continuously improving my. Suppose I am handling a new course this year. I am continuously improving my lesson plan, my course plan, my pedagogy, my methodology through my experience. But the same lesson plan, if I give it to ChatGPT can look at the web, look at the internet, look at all the sources, the multiple sources that are there much faster than I can peruse it. And whatever I have done, it will improve. So that should be like a complementary mechanism. Rather than I just go to ChatGPT and say, generate a course on operating system or on ethics of technology. I do my part and I use ChatGPT to make it better, to make it more, effective. That is good, I think. So we should know where to draw the line. So it is definitely good, even for students. I'm not saying don't copy your assignment. You improve your assignments using ChatGPT.
Use your own creativity and all those things.
Use your creativity, do something and then improve it. That is fine, I think, from our point of view. In fact, even when you publish a research paper, now the plagiarism software is checking how much AI generated content. So they are also making checking things, So if the AI generated content is very high, they will not accept the paper. So they are also learning, we are also learning. That should be the thing.
Definitely. One more thing comes, the southern part of India has many institutions that focuses on technology. They are many institutions. But in the northern part of India, like Bihar, Delhi, UP,
Yeah.
and all those states, they have not those kind of institutions that are focusing on technology and all. They are just focusing on rat race, and they are just students are focusing on rat race, just getting a job, government job. So, what differentiates between the southern part of India and the northern part of India?
So, while I partially agree with what you are saying, uh, I do not deny, because I have lived in Coimbatore, South India for the past 20, 30 years more or less. And out of that 25 years, I've been working in Amrita Vishwa Vidyapeetham, Amrita University at Coimbatore. I have seen across the South India excellent institutions. They are all motivated, they are inspired, they are focused, and they are trying to go to the next level. No doubt that drive is there. Perhaps that drive is less missing in the north. Save a few institutions here and there. But I also have to tell you that there is also a lot of mushrooming of institutions and rat race in South India. Do you know that in Tamil Nadu, the state of Tamil Nadu, I would think if you add deemed universities, colleges, everything, more than 600 to 700 engineering institutions are there. And every year more than 100,000 seats are lying vacant. Means the demand is less, the supply is
Way more.
yeah. Supply is more than 1.5, 2 lakhs more. So in many of these colleges, seats are not getting filled. Hundreds of colleges are for sale because they are not filling the seats. So at the end of the day, my feeling is whether you are in north, west, south or east, market forces will take over. Only the top institutions who have this vision, more drive, who are inspired to do value, who invest in resources, faculty, students and so on, only they will survive, whether you are in north or south. So market forces will take over. That is my feeling.
So, talking about other thing, like students, they often focus on marks rather than learning or learning a new skill or something, because they get pressurized, and someone says that it's not a part of having a pressure, but there is some kind of pressure on students to take up the marks, to gain marks, so that the other companies, the placements will gain up. So what do you think about that? Should they be focused on the marks, or there should be how that can be tackled up?
I think that is changing. That is my own opinion. Of course, no doubt, companies when they come for placement, they have some criteria with respect to the marks, CGPA and all. But I will tell you my own experience. So now, of course, I am now the Associate Director of Internal Quality Assurance Cell of Amrita University and full-time into administration. But my earlier avatar was as the head of a computer science and engineering department. And I have seen a lot of students participating in hackathons, competitions, both international and national. And I found out that many of the companies are looking for that kind of expertise. So some students, they may not be 10 pointers, gold medalists, silver medalists or toppers, but they have participated in hackathons, they have won many prizes, and companies want to hire these kind of students. So I think that is slowly changing. I don't deny that the CGPA is, or the percentage of marks is a criteria. They use that to do
Filter
kind of
up.
a filter. Yes. But after that, they look at these kind of competencies. You know, what certifications you have, what awards you have, what projects you have done, what hackathons you have competed in. All those things
What activities
also,
have you taken
those
part?
things also they see. Because I know one media house had, I was the mentor of one of the best teams in India, winning so many hackathons. None of them were gold medalists. They were in the top 20%, 25%. So I always tell this example to my students. So they were not gold medalists, but they got the best jobs. They got admission in very good top universities only based on this their hackathon and competition thing. So you don't need to be a topper. You maal hai to taal hai. That's
Even
all I
a
will say.
backbencher can have a
Absolutely.
seven-figure
Exactly, exactly.
So, as you are a part of IQAC, so my question is like many students still, they think that they will not get those kind of facilities in India they are migrating to other countries like European countries, America and Russia and many other countries for further studies.
Correct.
So they don't think that they'll get that kind of facilities and all these things over here. So what lacks in the Indian institutions?
So I think I will again disagree on one point. While I agree that a lot of Indian institutions do not have the facility, infrastructure and all, I agree. If you look at engineering colleges also, I think AICT list, I don't know.
It's changing, but
5,000 plus institutions are there. In NIRF, 200 are already ranked. Maybe the top 500 are very good. The others may not be so good. So, now, if you ask me in the top institutions in India, top universities and IITs, the facility, infrastructure, faculty are next to none. They are as good as any top institution. So you have everything here. But then there are a lot of people who dream of migrating. So it's not a small amount. I read somewhere in the newspaper last year, 2024, 1.3 or 1.4 million Indians renounced Indian citizenship. They want to go abroad. My sister is an American citizen. So those kind of people, whether even if you have the facility here in India, they will want to go to abroad. They'll study abroad, then they get a job, and they want to migrate. But the other crowd, the people who are looking for facility, infrastructure, I think these top Indian institutions are next to none. Very good. Everything is there. That kind of facility I see. I have lived abroad. I have worked abroad. And I don't know, I find everything I have. In Amrita, every facility, any infrastructure, every equipment is there. Why I should go to abroad?
Countries,
And many people are coming back to do research. There are a lot. I'm not a researcher, but I have seen a lot of top researchers from Europe, US and all coming back to Amrita, not only to join a good institution, but they want to do a change in the society. They want to do research and they're getting the equipment, the infrastructure, everything is there. So that people are also coming.
So my last question is like, if you want to change a policy, want to make a policy for the betterment of the education, what would that be?
See, that's a very loaded question. See, I am not a person who can drive policy.
But if you have the authority to...
As a professional, an academic professional, there are only mechanisms like this. EPN, Educational Post News, FWA, FICCI. Through these forums, we can give our inputs. We can directly give our inputs. But ultimately, the policy making is at the government level. Of course, one thing that can be done is we can participate in these mechanisms. So, I want to tell my own experience. I am involved in the National Committee of the Atal Tinkering Labs of the Niti Aayog. Atal Tinkering Labs is this maker space. There are 10,000 all over India. And Atal Innovation Mission is a dedicated mission under Niti Aayog for focusing on this grassroots innovation in the schools. I am involved in that national committee as a regional mentor of change. And I am able to give my qualitative inputs. In fact, I went for many conferences abroad and I told about this thing. And in Europe and all, many people told me this kind of thing is not there in India, in Europe. It's an amazing thing. And this was
changing a lot.
Even to the Amitabh Kant, the former CEO of Niti Aayog, the next CEO, Chintan Vaishnav, he was from US. So what I'm trying to say is that this is something that India can showcase to the world. My input, a couple of days back they told me that you are one of the people who have been very, very vocal about the fact that India can do this for the entire world. Like UPI or CoWIN platform. So this is something. So we have to get into these bodies. We have to get into the policy making and give our inputs, and slowly there will be change. But I have to also admit, today government is very receptive. It takes time. Policy takes time. We know that. But government is highly receptive. That I am able to see.
Definitely. Thank you so much for sharing, sir. It's really lovely talking to you, sir. Thank you for having me.
Likewise, I have to thank you. You took my interview for Education Post News. It was very good and a lot of people...
It's my pleasure, sir.
Thank you so much.
Pleasure is all mine.